Bris Milah circumcision has experienced a lot of very bad fake news. Fake news is a relatively new term, but throughout history, Bris Milah has been poked fun of, Jews have been accused of practicing outdated, unhealthy, and medically unsound practices. And it wasn't just non-Jews that accused of this. Even the Reform movement of Judaism in the 19th century, they said Bris Milah is barbaric and outdated, and you should stop doing it. That's the kind of treatment that it received. And it's not, sometimes it takes science time to catch up to the Torah to realize just how smart and God is, the incredible wisdom in the Torah. And this is a great example where nowadays we know that many doctors will actually recommend a circumcision to Jewish and non-Jewish babies alike. But interestingly, when a baby is given a circumcision in the hospital, they typically do it before the baby leaves the hospital. The first day or two before the baby leaves, because they're worried the baby won't come back, but they want to make sure he gets it. That's how important the medical community thinks it is. But the problem is that when a baby's first born, after only just a couple of days, its vitamin K levels and other nutrients are relatively low, and it would be dangerous to get a circumcision at that point, possibly even life-threatening. And therefore, what the doctors will do is they'll actually inject the baby with the vitamin K and other supplements to help ensure that it's safe. Coincidentally, the vitamin K levels and other nutrients in a newborn baby peak on exactly the 8th day. The same day that God commanded us over 3,000 years ago, this is when you give your son a bris milah, is exactly the day when now in the 21st century, the medical community has finally realized not only is it good to get one, but the 8th day would actually be the optimal day to have one scheduled. So, there's a lot going on today, Russia, Ukraine, but something that unites both those countries is that Jews have risked their lives under tyrannical regimes, both in Russia and Ukraine, Russia under Stalin, by risking their lives to get a bris milah. And Jews have done it all over the world to make sure that happens in all places, including even West Point Military Academy. It's actually, I heard of one story, Rabbi Pesach Krom was asked to give us a bris milah over there, and the mother was very against it. She was worried something might happen to their son. She wanted to have more children. This was her first child. She was very nervous. And during the ceremony, or after the ceremony, Pesach Krom gave a blessing to the mother that in the merit of your self-sacrifice to allow your child to have this bris, you should merit more children. And sure enough, within a year, she had another son. And I'm guessing next time around, she probably was more open to having the ceremony done. It's not just a ceremony. It's, West Point Military Academy is about physical military soldiers. But getting a bris is joining Hashem's spiritual army. And women are already born circumcised and are naturally part of that spiritual army. And on the 8th day, boys join together with their sisters to also be part of a light unto the nations, to be the people, to lead the world, to exemplify morality and goodness and love of others. It's an honor to be part of this people. And if perhaps just something to think about is that we don't always understand the Torah. And sometimes things don't always make sense. But just because we don't understand something, it doesn't mean that God got it wrong, or the Torah is outdated, or needs to be changed or upgraded. It means that we have a little bit more to learn for ourselves. But the more we learn, on the one hand, the more we realize how little we know. On the other hand, the more we see the immense beauty and wisdom of the Torah.